The Los Angeles Clippers stink, and contrary to popular belief, it isn't James Harden's fault.
Sorry, bro. I'm the type of nigga stand on business, nigga. One man arm against 50, nigga. Let's do that. I stand on business, nigga.
Because at the time of this recording, since you're traded for James Harden, we currently are 0-5.
What the fuck is that smell?
And we're currently tied with the Portland Trailblazers for the 11th seed in the West, sporting a 3-6 record in our last 9 games played.
Big man thing, yeah. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
And man, it has just been nasty discourse all over the internet.
No, I'm not good.
Wait.
Didn't I tell you? You got a hard head, huh? Didn't I tell you every time you play against me to strap your shoes up? Didn't I tell you? That's what Luka Doncic does to the Clippers every single time.
If this doesn't work this year in this system with this team, then you're going to go and point fingers at everybody else, and you're going to go back home and you're going to start swiping right for another team, and there's not going to be anybody left. Because, James, you're not the beard, you're not the system, you're the problem.
Pretty much saying James Harden is the reason why the Los Angeles Clippers are bad. Because, you know, before we had James Harden, we were 3-1.
Is it too far to say he's being like almost too polite?
Yes, he is.
I mean, do you want to expand on that? Just sort of.
He's being too polite. What you want me to say?
Yeah.
And whoop-de-doo, we were 3-1 against the damn Magic, Spurs, and what was last thing? Magic. Did I already say Magic? It was like, did we beat the Spurs? Oh, Blazers, yeah. Unironically, the team we are tied with, record-wise. I think first and foremost, I would like to say all this James Harden trade did was just to amplify all the issues the current Clippers roster had prior to this trade.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Rocco, Nico, and or the terrorist I will not be naming, we don't have much defensive versatility. But also at the same time, if you go look at the numbers, I will put some numbers up right here. We quite literally, with those same people that we traded for, had struggled with rebounding, getting offensive boards, just turning over the ball, allowing second chance points, and everything else, scoring, getting 3 points, all those things. And it could be traced back to as far as like last season, or if you want to make the case, probably like the season before that, or even 2020, whatever makes you feel better. But people are trying to just get their takes off about James Harden because it's popular to hate on James Harden right now because he forced his way out of Philly and got to where he wanted to get to. But that's not the full story. I'm going to be honest with you, as a person that has religiously watched Clippers games over the last 4-5 seasons since this duo has been here, I'm here to tell you this. That is just absolutely not true because, again, we have spent $200 million in areas that we actually shouldn't have spent $200 million on, instead of just strengthening Kawhi and PG and actually getting pieces that at least relieve the pressure off of them. We instead chased big names like Russell Westbrook and James Harden, rather than addressing the fact that we didn't have a point of attack defender. We don't have a athletic front court that can actually, help us defensively on the back end, instead of just allowing teams to get to the fucking rim and just put us in the basket every single fucking time because Ivica Zubac is a literal 7-foot fucking cone.
Footwork. He has no footwork. His footwork is terrible. Can't dribble. He lowers his shoulders and run over people. That's an offensive foul. It's just uncalled. Jump shot is terrible. Can't shoot free throws. Can't shoot free throws. He don't play no damn defense. So can somebody please explain that story to me? How the hell would he be on the number one list? Are you telling me I need to root for that? He got no goddamn move. He got no move. He can't do nothing. Damn team.
Also, turning over the ball isn't just some new thing that has just came up with the Los Angeles Clippers, because again, last season we were at the top of just turning over the fucking ball and allowing teams to just get free points off of us, because for whatever reason the Clippers just can't seem to take care of the basketball, which segues me into why some of the games we've lost during this stretch. The first example of that being, I want to start talking about the Lakers game. This was before James Harden even suited up. In a game where the Lakers had been struggling a little bit up until this point of the season, that man, Darvin Ham, literally just threw out a big-ass lineup and just said, let me cook. And the Los Angeles Clippers had no type of response to said lineup, because the scheme was, since Tyronn Lue decided to play Ivica Zubac and Russell Westbrook alongside Kawhi and Paul George, which allowed the Lakers to kind of shrink the floor and clog the paint up, which, you know, made it difficult for Kawhi and PG to create for themselves and create and generate advantages for the offense. So the offense just went stagnant at some points throughout that game, which ended up leading to the Lakers eventually coming back and beating us. Also, the fact that, you know, AD, Jackson Hayes, Austin Reeves, and a collection of other players, you know, grabbing offensive rebounds, and LeBron and AD just simply just getting what they want, because Ivica Zubac is a tall 7-foot cone.
He can't seem to do anything, right? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I can't believe
cone that can't really do much for you defensively, and when he's your anchor of your defense is barbecue chicken. So also that also segues me into the Knicks game. We played the New York Knicks, which was Harden's debut. Harden, to be fair, he did look solid in that game, but once again we turned over the ball a lot that game. I think James Harden might have had the fewest turnovers, but yeah, he still kind of contributed to the turnovers that game, which allowed New York to get a lot of second chance opportunities. And also another reoccurring theme, getting out rebounded, offensive rebounding. Like, I think Mitchell Robinson that game had like 9 on us, just him by himself. Also the fact that we didn't have a point of attack to defender that could have stopped RJ Barrett from getting to the rim at will. He was just blowing straight past Kawhi and Paul George, which also kind of segues me into the next game where we played the Nets. I'm gonna just chalk that up to a bad shooting night. I felt like we could have beat the Nets if we just shot the basketball well. Just genuinely, if we just shot the basketball well. And lastly, I'm just going to segue straight into the Mavericks game. I missed the first half of that game, but I didn't really miss much, because in 24 minutes, Luka had like 42 points and pretty much scoring the same way he always does against the Clippers. Mismatch hunting and creating advantages for the Dallas offense and creating advantages for himself, which he has been doing to us routinely since about 2020 when we first played them in the postseason. And it's been a reoccurring thing every time we've played Dallas in the postseason. In 2021, although the heroics of Kawhi Leonard kind of saved us from losing that series, that man Luka put up generational stat lines against us. This has just been a thing for years now, and if you hadn't noticed that, I think you just are stupid. I'm gonna be honest. I think you're just stupid. Also, the the lineups Tyronn Lue has been running has been a little questionable. You know, little questionable. Like, I like, if I could find the stat, but I could just guarantee you it really just genuinely feels like the starting 5 it just doesn't work. It just does not work. I don't know what the net rating is, If I can find the net rating, I'd pull it up and put it right here, show y'all what the net rating is with that starting five. But I can guarantee you, it's not good, you know. And speaking of net rating, a lot of people will probably look at Harden's net rating and just come to the conclusion that, you know, the Clippers are just better with him off the court, with him off the court. That's not necessarily true. I'm gonna be honest. That's not necessarily true. Again, I've already kind of talked about all the problems that have been with this Clippers roster, this Clippers team before Harden got there. It also just doesn't help that James Harden had a god-awful game against Memphis. Like, again, that Memphis game was very winnable, but again, since we don't have much of a backline defense, you know, a defensive anchor, somebody there to help us, you know, contain players like a Desmond Bane or a Marcus Smart, we kind of just struggle to defend guards like that. Example, that Hardwood Classic Kings Clippers game, which saw Malik Monk go bonkers against us, mind you, and De'Aaron Fox just get whatever you want. Again, it's just been a reoccurring theme throughout this whole Clippers 10 years so far. Like, we just can't stop. We just struggle with this, and it's not 2015, it's not 2019 anymore. We need to stop acting like Kawhi and PG or these generational transcendent defenders they once were. We got to stop acting like they're so good they can anchor a defense at their age. They just can't. With all the injuries piling up and stuff, they just cannot anchor our defense. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. We need help on that side of the ball. We just need help. I cannot expect Kawhi to be 2019 Kawhi on the offensive side of the ball and him to be 2015 Kawhi on the defensive side of the ball. Just like Paul George, I cannot expect Paul George to be OKC Paul George. Like, you just can't expect that. And if that's what this team needs to be successful to make this thing work, that's just a recipe for disaster. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I got everything, you know, across. I hope I made y'all understand that James Harden isn't necessarily the problem, although he can contribute to like the turnover issue with this team. That isn't the be all end all. James Harden wasn't going to solve all the other problems I had talked about in this video. But if you want to, you know, hear me rant about, you know, the Nuggets game, because at the time time of me recording this also, we played the Denver Nuggets in a couple of hours. Well, not a couple of hours, but like pretty much the next day. I'm recording this at like 1:30 a.m. But like, if you want to see me live tweet, go follow your boy, the Kid Metro, link in the description. The Twitter would be down there. Also, you know, go down there and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Help your boy grow the channel. With that being said, I'm out.